Hi everyone, I'm Jackie M and I'm here to show you how I make beef rendang, and I'm getting quite a lot of Indonesian followers on Google Plus all of a sudden, and it is just a matter of time. We're going to place bets on it before one of them comments on my YouTube link about this as to the fact that beef rendang in fact originated from Indonesia. Whatever, I don't care. We Malaysians perfected it. But this recording is in lieu of the hangout I was supposed to have of the same dish, which got cancelled because of technical issues. But let's get started. And I always gripe about how every time you look up a recipe, certainly here in Australia anyway, about how to make a Malaysian curry dish, the ingredients list invariably is about 20 or 30 ingredients long, half of which people have never heard of, the other half people have trouble getting a hold of at the store. So this is my version. And in fact, this is the exact same version that I served at my restaurant for many, many years, that a lot of people considered to be one of my signature dishes. So what we need here is a Rendang curry powder or spice mixture, and I'm using the Mak City brand here, all the way from Malaysia. The other thing I'm using, as usual, is my trusty old Carotino red palm fruit oil. And I've got some minced lemongrass here. You can get fresh lemongrass if you want. I tend to buy these frozen packs of minced lemongrass you can pick up in the freezer section of Asian grocery stores. And I've got some minced garlic. When I'm cooking in big quantities, I usually, in fact, use a granulated or dried garlic granules. And I've got some coconut milk here as well. And the other thing, of course, my Jackie M trademark trade secret, using commercial fried shallots in lieu of actual fresh shallots or fresh onion. Okay, so I've got a pot going here. I've got a stove supplied by Oscrown. You can see another one of it at the back here. I'm throwing the beef in. Okay, and in the meantime, this is about half a kilo of beef, by the way. And I usually like to use a gravy beef or shin, which is a cheaper cut. And to that, I'm using about 2-3 tablespoons of the Rendang spice mixture. And as always, I'm going to add a little bit of water to it to mix it to a paste. Okay, I'm just going to use these tongs. Okay. Looks like I'm out of gas, so just give me a second. Okay, so I'm back. I'm using a different stove now. But I mentioned putting the beef in, but I'm going to take the beef out again because I usually, when I'm cooking 30 kilos of beef, I'll throw everything in the same pan. But because I'm only cooking a small amount, I'm going to saute the paste first in some Carotino red palm fruit oil. And I've got the paste here. Just throwing it into the frying pan now. When I'm cooking huge commercial amounts of it, I need to cook it for a good 3-4 hours, so it doesn't matter if I throw everything in together because everything's going to get just so completely cooked through. But when you're cooking a small amount, best to pre-fry the paste first, and I'm just throwing some garlic in. In terms of quantities, I would use for every kilo of beef, in terms of seasoning, I would use about, for every kilo of beef, I would use about use 1 tablespoon of chicken stock granules, probably about a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a tablespoon of sugar. And this is just some of the minced lemongrass in here. I'm just going to mix this around. And if you want a bit more chili in this, you can throw in some chili, fresh chili paste, sambal olek. Okay, and this is going to fry up for a couple of minutes. And like I say, Mak City is a Malaysian brand, and I really like a lot of their different spice mixes. And just because this says rendang doesn't mean you can only use it in a rendang dish. You can use it as a marinade for like fried chicken or something like that. And likewise, their fish curry spice mix, doesn't mean you only can use fish in it. I actually use it for my signature lamb dish. Okay, I'm just adding a bit more oil to this. And while this is cooking, I'd like to remind people, and of course I don't have a copy here, about my Jackie I'm Truly Malaysian Street Food at Home cookbook that has just been released over the last few days. It's going very well, so if you want to pick up a copy, go visit jackiem.com.au, click on the e-store link, and look on the merchandise. You'll find it there. If inclusive of shipping around Australia, it's only $15, and inclusive of worldwide shipping, it's only $20 Australian, which is a little bit under $20 US. Okay, I'm just going to throw in the beef now, adding some water. Now the beef is probably going to take about 45 minutes, an hour to tenderize. And I'm putting the coconut cream as well. You can use coconut cream, coconut milk, doesn't matter. Just adjust the ratio of coconut liquid to water, depending on what you go with. Okay. Soy sauce. So I've got some soy sauce here. And a bit of sugar. As I mentioned before, we do use a little bit of sugar in a lot of our curry dishes in Malaysia. And some chicken seasoning powder. That's all there is to it. Now you just got to let it simmer until the meat is tender and a lot of the sauce has been absorbed and it's kind of like a semi-dry consistency. Towards the end, we're going to throw in the fried shallots, but I will come back to that and I'll show you what it looks like. Hi, okay, so we're back, and this has been cooking for the best part of an hour. I had to add some water to it during the cooking process because it dried up before the meat was tender, and towards the end, in the last 5 minutes or so, I also added probably about half a cup of fried shallots as well. So as you can see, this has thickened up very nicely, and I'm just going to remove the heat and serve it up, and you can have a look at what it looks like. There you go. That's a Malaysian beef rendang. I'm going to take a photo of it so I can post it at the end of this video. You can have a look, and that's the recipe that I used in my restaurant when I had it running as well. So very quick and very easy, not quick because of the meat. But if you were using chicken, it'd be a lot faster. So all you needed was garlic, the rendang spice mix, some oil, some fried shallots, and just some seasoning, sugar, chicken seasoning, and a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, good luck with that.